Wife of the Lagos State Governor urges core members to make positive impact on growth of the state and Nigeria in general. Federal government trains 500 Nigerians through village apprenticeship model. On a foreign scene, Ukraine president urges NATO leaders to drop limitations on striking military target in Russia. And in sports, Super Falcons camp bubbles as more players arrive ahead women's football event in 2024 Olympic Games. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, has called on core members deployed to Lagos State for the mandatory one-year national service to make a positive impact for the growth of Lagos and Nigeria as a whole. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu made the call during an interactive session with the year 2024 Batch B Stream 1 core members undergoing orientation at the NYSC camp Yanokpaja. She noted that the NYSC scheme has fostered youth engagement and sustained the vision of its founding fathers, who believed in a united Nigeria despite the differences in language, culture, and religion. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu, who lauded the core members for their resilient and patriotic spirit in serving the nation, noted that their commitment in enduring camping activities, following laid down rules and regulations guiding the orientation program, was commendable. She seized the opportunity of the interactive session to enlighten the core about various programs and interventions her office undertakes to improve the quality of life in Lagos. Earlier in her welcome remarks, the Lagos State Coordinator, NYSC, Yetunde Baderiwa, described the governor's wife's visit as a source of motivation and inspiration to the core members serving their fatherland. The Lagos State House of Assembly has invited the Attorney General of the state, Lawal Pedro, to appear before it to explain the Supreme Court's judgment on local governments in the country. The lawmaker said there is need for better understanding of the decision of the Apex Court in relation to some provisions in the constitution of the country. A 7-man panel of the Supreme Court had declared on Thursday that the 774 local government councils in the country should receive their funds directly from the federal government, as well as manage such funds themselves, being a tier of government. The court further declared that allocations to local government councils run by caretaker committees were illegal. Ruling after a voice vote by lawmakers at plenary, the Speaker of the Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, said it is necessary to seek clarification and understanding of this judgment so as not to run foul of the judgment. Meanwhile, the Lagos State House of Assembly has resolved to write a letter of commendation to the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, over the successful operation by men of the force that led to the elimination of 9 kidnappers in the state recently. A letter of commendation is also to be sent to the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, Adegoke Fayoade, for the efforts of the policemen which led to the fruitful operation. The General Manager of the Lagos State Parks and Gardens Agency, LASPAC, Adetun Popola, has announced that one of the highlights of the 2024 edition of the annual Lagos State Tree Planting Day, which will hold on July 14, is the launch of eco-friendly playgrounds in public primary schools across the state, while featuring on a TV program on Lagos television tagged The Conversation. Popola said that the chosen theme underscores the importance of tree planting as an environmental investment for future generations, as it aims to instill a sense of responsibility and stewardship within the community, particularly among the younger generation. She said that eco-friendly playgrounds will be created using recycled and repurposed materials, comprising innovative installations, signages, and a variety of trees, shrubs, and plants, covering a minimum of 500 square meters in each identified school. Other activities planned for this year's Tree Planting Day include a ceremonial tree planting exercise to be led by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and the Deputy Governor, Obafemi Hamzat, as well as simultaneous tree planting across the 57 local government and local council development areas of the state. Lagos State Office of the Auditor General has held a comprehensive two-day training program aimed at enhancing the efficiency and effectiveness of its workforce. The training, with the theme Attitudinal Change and Performance Improvement, was organized for officers on grade levels 1 to 12 and designed to equip participants with best practices to improve individual and team performance in the discharge of their duties. In his welcome address, the acting Auditor General of the state, Muyiwa Adetola, expressed gratitude to the governor for supporting capacity building initiatives with the funding for in-house training. Adetola said there is a need to apply knowledge acquired to enhance public service delivery, underscoring the training's role in fostering a positive work culture to boost overall performance. Now to the rest of the stories. The Federal Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology has adopted the GSM Village apprenticeship model to train about 500 Nigerians within 2 years. The Director General for the National Center for Technology Management, Odusoya Olushola, who said this at the launch of the Tech Advantage Nigeria Apprenticeship Workshop held in Abuja. The project, approved by the government in February 2024, is targeted at empowering Nigerians and creating 2 million jobs in 2 years. The GSM Village Apprenticeship Model in Nigeria refers to a training program designed to provide practical skills and knowledge to individuals interested in becoming mobile phone technicians. This initiative was developed to address the growing demand for skilled technicians capable of repairing and maintaining mobile phones, which are ubiquitous in Nigeria. The Niger Delta Development Commission says it has commenced emergency repairs of the failed sections of the east-west road between Ahauda and Ula Okobo town in Ahauda West Local Government area of Rivers State. NDDC Managing Director Samuel Obuku, who inspected the ongoing repairs of the failed sections, appealed to motorists to cooperate with the contractor undertaking the repairs. Obuku said the emergency repairs will restore the link between Rivers and Bayelsa states. He apologized to road users, especially truck drivers who had been stuck at a bad spot for several days, assuring them that the NDDC would support the efforts of the Federal Ministry of Works, which is constructing huge culverts at the sections that were washed away during the 2022 floods. Now to foreign news. Ukraine's President Zelensky has urged NATO leaders to drop all limitations on striking military targets in Russia if they want to win. Speaking at the NATO summit, he said the Defense Alliance's help is crucial for curbing Russia's appetite for aggression. Meanwhile, U.S. President Joe Biden has assured Zelensky that Ukraine has U.S.'s full support and announced a new security package for Kiev. Earlier, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has hailed the U.S. plan to put long-range missiles in Germany, calling it a necessary step to secure the country and NATO territory. The agreement made public during the summit in Washington will see the U.S. deploy a variety of missile systems on German soil from 2026 onwards. And now sports. The arrivals of forwards Uchenna Kanu and Chiwendu Ihezwo at the Super Falcons camp in Sevilla, Spain this afternoon brought the number of players in camp to 20. Only defender Oluwatosin Deme and forward Chinonyere McLeans are still expected as the 9-time African champions intensify preparations for their return to the Women's Olympic Football Tournament. A full camp by Friday means Coach Randy Waldrum and his assistants will have 5 whole days to work with the entire playing body, as well as the alternates, ahead of Wednesday's training match with reigning Olympic champions Canada. The Super Falcons will fly to France on 18th of July, exactly a week to the team's tournament's opening match against illustrious opponents Brazil at the Stade Bordeaux. There are 2 other games in the group phase against Spain and Japan in that order will take place at the Stade de la Bordeaux in Nantes. And that's all for the news at 9. Just before we go, always drive within the specified speed limits. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube on Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, has called on core members deployed to Lagos State for the mandatory one-year national service to make a positive impact for the growth of Lagos and Nigeria as a whole. The Federal Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology has adopted the GSM Village Apprenticeship Model to train about 500 Nigerians within 2 years. We also told you that Ukraine's President Zelensky has urged NATO leaders to drop all limitations on striking military targets in Russia if they want to win. And in sports, the arrivals of forwards Uchenna Kanu and Chiwendu Ihezuo at the Super Falcons camp in Sevilla, Spain this afternoon brought the number of players in camp to 20. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adeswa Ejoka. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.